Here we go with a high alpha knife edge. In this maneuver, we're doing a knife edge, but at a very high angle of attack and at a very slow forward airspeed. It's almost like a Harrier, but this time you're in a knife edge orientation. To begin learning the high alpha knife edge, you will need to be fully comfortable flying a normal knife edge at speed and know how to recover and exit. It's very easy to do a normal knife edge. The only requirement is to learn what rudder input to give when the airplane is on its side. Remember that you always have to give it rudder so that it climbs or stays level. If you give it the opposite rudder input, it will descend. Apart from that, it's the same inputs as the high alpha knife edge. The only difference is that for the normal knife edge, you are in low rates, while for the high alpha knife edge, you'll be using full high rates. To do this maneuver, start by flying slow and level and enter a knife edge. Gradually apply and hold full rudder and control the plane's speed and angle of attack with the throttle. If you're going too fast, the plane will begin to climb. If this happens, the trick is to reduce the throttle a little. You actually have to think of your throttle in this maneuver as your elevator, and the rudder controls the angle of attack. The key to a high alpha knife edge is learning that your rudder controls the angle of attack and your throttle is actually what controls your altitude, thereby acting like your elevator under normal flight. The throttle will determine your rate of climb or descent. And overall, it's a very safe and easy maneuver to do that looks very impressive. When flying the high alpha knife edge, a neutral CG helps a lot. If the CG is a little further aft, it will introduce a coupling effect to the airframe. As you get even slower on some models, you may need a little aileron correction to help balance the knife edge on the vertical axis. Although with a very well-designed airframe like the Addiction XL as shown here, you'll be able to have full knife edge performance with no coupling. This will help you learn faster without mixing out the coupling. It's recommended to first practice a high alpha knife edge at a good altitude until you're fully comfortable before you attempt this close to the ground. This is especially true for knife edge circles. If you apply too much elevator, it can make the airplane snap out of the maneuver. This happens especially on heavier airplanes. If you have a very light airplane, you won't have to worry about this as much, if at all. This is a very easy maneuver, and it's a crowd pleaser. Nice half a knife edge loop there, Dan. From high alpha knife edge, you can transition into a Harrier roll for more fun, to a snap roll exit, or you can simply pin the throttle and fly the model out.